Paint buildup on your freehand shields or your stencils reduces transparency. And once that happens, accurate alignment becomes harder than it really should be. Now, nothing catastrophic is happening here. I'm simply compensating without even thinking about it. This video is not about a painting technique. This is a maintenance issue that shows up with reuse, especially if you use freehand shields and or stencils frequently in your work. Paint buildup obviously is going to reduce how clearly you can see what's underneath your freehand shield or stencil. Most freehand shields and stencils are translucent. They are kind of frosted over to where you can see through the shield or the stencil under normal circumstances. Obviously, when transparency drops, alignment can become an issue. It's not impossible, but it does become a little bit harder than it really should be once you get a layer of paint on your shield or your stencil. Obviously, dark or opaque colors will accelerate that process quickly. It only takes a pass or two to really cover your shield or your stencil and opaque it out to the point that you can no longer see through the semi-transparent shield because it's effectively become opaque. Historically, the way that I have always cleaned old dried paint from my freehand shields and stencils was to use isopropyl alcohol and a paper towel. The method works, but it's tedious, especially with multiple layers of fully cured paint. The other downside to using that method is when it comes to more intricate stencils, it's also very easy to be a little too aggressive and you can actually damage those stencils if you're not very careful. I actually mentioned that method in a previous video, which is where the clip you just saw was taken from, but it was never something that I really considered ideal. It was just the best option I had at the time. Well, it turns out there is a far more effective method that is gentle for cleaning old dried paint off of your freehand shields and stencils. And I tested this method on the same texture stencil you're seeing that I used in the video. A viewer actually suggested using Murphy oil soap, and I want to thank Preserving My Oasis for leaving that comment, because honestly it caught me off guard at first. I looked at that as a wood cleaner. I wouldn't associate it necessarily with art tools, but after a little bit of research I realized that there are a lot of artists out there that use Murphy oil soap for cleaning old dried paint out of their paintbrushes. So instead of dismissing it, I decided to test it, and I tested it on the same texture stencil that I was just using in that clip. And as you can see, there was quite a bit of paint buildup on the stencil when I was using it. Now it is really very clean. There are still some small stains. There's a little bit of blues up here and some reds down here, but overall this is a very clean stencil. And more importantly, the process was very gentle. Again, this is a texture stencil. It has some very intricate cut designs in some of these areas. Intricate designs that would be very easy to damage using my old method of trying to scrub it with a paper towel and isopropyl alcohol. Using this method, it was super gentle, it was super easy. The paint came off really easier than I thought it would. It took a couple of coats to get it all off, but as you can see, the results are pretty spectacular. I was really happy. I didn't initially plan on making a video demonstrating this process, but after cleaning this stencil, I thought I should probably share this with everybody else because it's a pretty easy method for cleaning your stencils, and I'll give you a very brief example. This is the same freehand shield you saw me using in the clip at the beginning of this video. I haven't cleaned this one in years, and it pretty much gets used on a daily basis. I'm not going to demonstrate the entire cleaning process on camera because the point here isn't completion. The point is recognizing when buildup starts, adding friction to your workflow, and then choosing a less destructive way to deal with that. The basic idea is very simple. I'm going to use a small amount of Murphy oil soap poured directly onto my stencil, freehand shield, whichever one it may be. And then using an extremely cheap throwaway paintbrush, I can use the paintbrush to start spreading the Murphy oil soap over the entire freehand shield. You'll want to let time do some of the work here. So I would let this soak, but you can see that almost immediately some of the color is already beginning to lift. So again, for significant buildup, really fully cured layers of paint, it's going to take some time to allow the Murphy soap to really do its job and dig in and remove the paint from the stencil. The advantage or the key difference between this method and the method that I used to use is that you're actually allowing the Murphy oil soap to loosen the paint from the freehand shield or the stencil instead of mechanically trying to scrape it off with a paper towel and isopropyl alcohol. So I'll give this some time to sit and continue just working it with the brush for, I don't know, maybe an hour or so. This actually took longer than I had anticipated. Again, I very rarely clean my freehand shields and stencils. This one had multiple layers of paint built up on it. It took about 2 hours for the Murphy oil soap to really break down all of those layers and get them, I think for the most part, they're removed at this point. And again, I was just using the paintbrush to scrub the soft bristles of the brush to work it. So it takes some time. You got to exercise a little bit of a patience and allow the soap to actually do its job and begin loosening all of that paint so that you can lift it off with the bristles. The next step is to rinse all of this off. I'm just using warm running water to get all of the soap and the residue off of the shield. The paintbrush can also be used to help scrub off any small areas that are still being stubborn. Of course, I use both sides of my freehand shield, so I applied the soap to both sides. You can probably see there are still some small remnants of paint left on the shield. But for the most part, it's very clean compared to where it was when we started. The one concern that I had with using this method, and it's something that I still think requires caution, is residue. Murphy oil soap is designed to condition wood. So the question becomes, could it possibly leave something behind that might interfere with paint adhesion if you were to transfer that residue from your freehand shield or stencil onto your project? In my experience so far, it's not been an issue at all. I think thorough rinsing with warm water gets rid of the product sufficiently enough. I haven't experienced any issues. Of course, all of this is based on my experience using water-based paint. Murphy oil soap is a water-based product, so it's something I would only consider using with water-based paint. Solvent-based probably not going to get the same results. And this is just an option that I wanted to share with you because it worked so well. It's not a rule. If you've never experienced any issues due to the transparency of your stencils or your freehand shields, you may not need this. But if you've found that at times alignment seems harder than it really should be when you are using freehand shields or stencils, then this might be something worth considering. Or if you've ever found another maintenance approach that works really well, feel free to share it in the comments below. Most of these solutions come from actual experience, not from manuals. I hope all of that makes sense. I hope you got something out of this. I'm Trevor with Wicked Art Studio. I will see you next time.